The investigation into the potential murder of Matthew Perry is still in full effect, and now a bombshell in that 2 celebrities are suspected to be involved. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and we have an update for you regarding the Matthew Perry case. In Touch has been coming in with some exclusives revealing 2 celebrities that have been suspected to be involved in this investigation and potentially more to it. I want to break this down. There's 2 people. One has not been named and one has. Let's break down what they're reporting. Now, following his acute effects of ketamine last October, authorities have launched a bombshell criminal probe, as we talked about with Christopher Melcher last video. If you missed it, I'll put it at the end of this one. Definitely make sure to check that out. But officers seized an iPhone and a laptop from a famous woman's room at a sober living residence in LA and brought her in for questioning, an insider revealed. Explained that the Friends actor who died in the hot tub at age of 54 had formed an unexpected friendship with the well-known woman after meeting her during one of his 15 rehab stints. On June 25th, In Touch publicly identified that the celebrity who was completely cooperative with authorities was socialite and actress Brooke Mueller. Now, if you don't know who that is, as Charlie Sheen's ex-wife. Now, Charlie Sheen has already made a comment defending Brooke Mueller, saying that no, this doesn't mean anything. He's spoken out through his own lawyer, leaving this quote just to where there. This extended family has worked hard to restore serenity to their ecosystem to the great benefit of their children. This was from Charlie's attorney. I believe Miss Mueller's past choices may have put her in a position to provide some incidental anecdotal background to the authorities investigating Mr. Perry's death. Nothing more. Now, that's what they're saying. Now, apparently, Brooke was questioned multiple times by the LAPD as they investigated this, which is odd. Why would you go back multiple times? Apparently, this device was seized and a lot of stuff wasn't on there. We're going to get to the second celebrity because they feel like that's going to reveal a lot more. But that's where this was coming from. Sources tell people they expect multiple people to be charged. Insider told us police executives executed a search warrant in May at the sober living residence where Brooke was staying. They seized her iPhone, her laptop. She's hired lawyers and has had multiple meetings with law enforcement since they arrived at her sober living house with a search warrant. She's being tight-lipped about the situation. It's tough to say or know exactly what her role is in Matthew's death, but she's adamant she had nothing to do with it. Source said Brooke and Matthew met while in rehab and became close, which is very possible. It could be nothing. Gregory represented Charlie in the most recent back and forth with Brooke over custody. The actor filed an ex parte motion asking the court to approve an agreement Brooke had agreed to in 2022. And in 2023, Charlie asked the court to enter the agreements and enforce the terms. But they share twins, Max and Bob. Per the deal, Charlie and Brooke agreed to share custody. However, provision states that if Brooke relapsed, Charlie would get sole custody. The children were to live at Charlie's home, but Brooke was given reasonable and flexible periods of custody and visitation. She agreed to weekly drug tests, etc. So, look, she's working on things. There's a lot going on here. There's no obvious proof yet or implication otherwise, but she has been questioned multiple times in this. Now, that's where Brooke Mueller comes into this, Charlie Sheen's former wife. Now, in another world exclusive coming in from In Touch, apparently a second celebrity friend could be entangled in Matthew's drug death. Now, this person has not yet been named. We're going to they give some details, but let's break down what they know so far. This investigation, as we reported on previously, is being done by the LAPD, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, and the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, because there's thought that some of these pills may have been crossing state borders through the mail. The second star and Matthew both claim to be sober, but were in fact walking pharmacies, is what they're alleging. And they engaged in late-night chats about their addiction, sobriety battles, and personal lives. There's also photo evidence of Matthew and this second pal together at the office of a doctor who prescribes ketamine, raising questions. The source believes Matthew and the second celebrity pal may have aided each other by referring each other to their respective doctors, whenever their own drug supplies ran low. Now, again, accusation, not saying he was doing that. We don't know, or the celebrity hasn't been named yet. Now, Matthew talked about in his book, he struggled with alcohol and opioid addiction for most of his life and wrote about undergoing therapy using ketamine, a dissociative anesthetic drug sometimes used to treat depression and other mental health issues. But the actor's last ketamine treatment with his doctor was conducted a week and a half before his passing. Because it metabolizes so quickly, the ketamine in his system at death could not be from that infusion therapy, his autopsy report stated. Investigators therefore suspect that Matthew got the fatal dose from someone else. Sources say police believe multiple people should be charged. The U.S. Attorney's Office has had no comment. Obviously, it's a pending investigation. A look at the relationship between Matthew and this second celebrity pal could provide new leads into the source of the ketamine that killed him, claims this source. If the feds had either one of their phones, so they have 2 phones, maybe it's Martha, she has like 5 phones, especially the second celebrity's phones, because she doesn't erase her text messages. They would probably find conversations about the drug and how can I get extra. Well, I'm sure she's going to delete them now. Like, oh, come on. I guess she can if she's currently being interviewed and investigated. She wouldn't be able to. Come on, see my, I mean, she could, but then it'd be even worse for her. You can't delete it once there's an investigation pending and they tell you not to. But they're suspecting that this is, oh, come on, see my doctor if you need more. It will not look good for this celebrity. Now, they did mention that this celebrity was the, I thought it was in here, but I saw it in another piece that they were writing. This unnamed celebrity is known for basically marrying a big A-list celebrity. So sounds unclear who this person fully is, but clearly more to it. I think here, sorry, I have this is where that was coming from. This celebrity person of interest grew close to them in rehab. She's been in treatment with Matthew before, and they've had a lot of ties in the acting community. Female celebrity residing in a sober living house. No, wait, this is the one. Where did I read that? Now I look ridiculous. It wasn't this one. The woman who sober. So okay, no, maybe I'm wrong on that. I read it. This was when Brooke Mueller was unnamed, and this is when there was someone tied to a A-list celebrity. So it looks like we don't yet know the extent or any more details about this person. Just that there's a second celebrity who is now being questioned, involved, and In Touch is not yet revealing who that celebrity is. Apologies for that little confusion at the end. But still, pretty big bombshell that all these celebrities are involved. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean? I mean, it could mean nothing. It could be a lot of, previous addicts getting together to try to stay sober. It is a tough thing to do, as Matthew has eloquently spoken about. He has had trouble with it, as most addicts do. And I do have empathy for that. Now, what's frustrating is these other people giving him the doses. Those are the people who should also be held responsible. Obviously, if Matthew did lapse and do this, it's horrible, it's shameful, it's sad. But who gave it to him? He was doing this. What was he told? What was he given? There's so many questions I now have as to what was actually happening. And to learn that there's now potentially some celebrity sober houses that have been out there just trying to keep these habits going more secretly. Well, we definitely need to uncover this and ensure it stops so not more people get these fatal doses. So what do you think of all this? Are you surprised to hear that there's more celebrities involved in this whole circle and potentially this alleged murder? Because again, not that this was on purpose, that they went there and used a weapon, but they can still be involved involuntarily and be charged. And I think they should. And I hope we get some clarity on this soon. If you want to be updated on this and more, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for all alerts, smash the thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think down below. Will we learn of this person, you think? A lot more coming in the story clearly, so stay tuned and make sure you check our previous videos. Thank you guys so much for watching here on Popcorn Planet.